So I'd like to get started with the questions if you all are ready. LaToya, what hiring challenges with the labor market could you help us understand relative to best practices around implicit bias?
Sure. Well, hello, everyone. Good morning. It's good to see friendly faces in the crowd. So this subject is very near and dear to me. Just generally discussing implicit bias, microaggressions in the workplace. Of course, specifically within the legal profession, it's prevalent, and I've experienced it as a woman lawyer in the profession. A number of examples. I'm sure we all have them. But when you're looking from a hiring perspective, and I know we do have a panel that is going to delve into additional best practices, but some of the things that we look at in the workplace from a hiring perspective is really making sure that the hiring leaders and those who are out, sourcing candidates, that we're casting a wide net, that we are being very intentional. That's probably going to be a word we hear a lot today. Be very intentional. You're not going to come across people just by, the same old practices. So really being intentional, but really to remove some of that implicit bias, doing things like blind resume reviews, having a diverse panel, literally diverse panel of people who are involved in the process, and just a number of ways that you can kind of help eliminate or at least have more perspectives so that people are not making, stereotypical decisions or unconscious decisions about people. So I know that we'll go into a number of other ways, but this labor market, I'm sure, as you all know, is very challenging. And so we just, have to remain even more intentional in some of the decisions and practices that we have. But we'll expand further.
Okay, thank you. And so then, Leah, how do you, why would you say diversity or diversity, equity, and inclusion? Why are those elements important in the legal profession, and how are those impacted by implicit bias?
Yeah, excuse me. Good morning, everybody. I'm just so honored and thrilled to be here, first of all, and I want to give a special thanks to Alicia, my colleague, for inviting me to be here today. So so happy to see all the faces in the room. But to answer your question, I have to say that the Honorable Doris Causey, she gave us a lot of gems here talking about why diversity, equity, and inclusion is important in the legal industry. So thank you for that. You've taken half of my talking points, and it's great. I love it. But at the end of the day, representation matters. Like, you can't be what you can't see. And so just sitting here today, hearing all the statistics about the first woman, the first African-American man who's about to take the helm, that matters. And so we need to work to make sure that we get that type of diversity at the top, but not just diversity for optics and diversity for diversity's sake. We also have to make sure that we have the right opportunities. I say the talent has always been here. The opportunities were not. So we need to make sure to align those things. And then we also have to rethink what excellence is, right? Because some people have a preconceived notion of what a first-chair litigator looks like and what a partner looks like. And just the diversity of the leaders here at this conference today have completely busted that myth, right? Excellence comes in all different packages, shapes, and sizes. So we need to do all the things that I'm sure, we'll unpackage all of that from a recruiting perspective, a professional development perspective, and the things that we can all do to make sure that we are pulling people forward. And I think it was it flinging them forward as well? So, yes.
Thank you.